Good morning, everybody. You guys already know who it is. Your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Shout out to everybody that's DMing me, texting me, showing me that they made so much money in the stock market. They're investing into the stock market. No matter what platform you're on, Robinhood, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, I'm so glad that a lot of you were listening and applying yourself at the right times. That's why you were able to make the amount of money you make. And a lot of you are thanking me. You can't thank me only. You got to also thank yourself because you actually listened. I also see that a lot of you are calling me and you're complaining that it's hard to get a hold of me. I'm texting back as fast as I can. I'm also messaging through DM. I'm also answering Facebook messages. I'm trying my best to get back to all of you. Appreciate the support and all the love that I'm getting. People, it's not just me that made you that money. It's also yourself. You listened. And that's why I always preach to individuals, just listen. As you guys know, I'm up already close to 6 figures in the stock market right now. But at the end of the day, it's important to understand the goal is to not only have you invest, but it's also important that you take time to make sure you manage your money. Because this is going to be a bumpy ride. I want a lot of you to realize that at April 15th, if a lot of us don't go back to work, you got to realize that these corporations, these big corporations, are not going to be making money. This stock market could do a heavy pullback. So you may not have seen the worst yet, based on the fact of how long it takes for individuals to go back to work and the world to be normalized again. So make sure you understand this is a risky investment. It has its ups and downs. It's important that you do your due diligence and don't put your last hardworking dollars into the market. Again, you got to realize that a lot of you have already lost your jobs. You only had one stream of income. So if this stream of income is gone, how do you financially survive if you have to stay home for 4 months, 3 months, 8 months? So it's important to understand if you're going to be investing into market, make sure you're investing dollars that you don't need right now, because a lot of you need to understand we don't know how long we're going to be quarantined. We don't know how long before this whole coronavirus thing is gone. We don't know how long we're going to be in the positions that we're in. I appreciate and respect all of you for investing and listening and applying yourself, but I also want you guys not to do certain things that don't make sense, that could hurt your livelihood, and which of course will put you in a position where you can't feed your kids or your family. So make sure, guys, invest, have some fun, enjoy some time with your family, check up on your friends and your family, but make sure if you're of course investing, you have savings. And this is a great point to really tell you guys too, that I always tell you guys, have different streams of income. Because at times like this, imagine some of you are already fired from your jobs. Some of you are already relieved for the next 90 days for temporary benefits. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself a question. One stream of income is now gone. How do you survive? And I've been preaching to you guys about this for a long time. Don't just depend on these one job that you have, this one source of income, because look what happens when it's gone. A lot of you are already panicking right now because your job told you to go home for 30 days. That tells me a lot. You're not managing your money. You may not have no savings, or you only have one source of income. How do you survive if you had to stay home for 6 months, 8 months? A lot of you need to really take time to invest into yourself. And of course, invest into my money management book to really teach you how to manage money. It's on Kindle, it's on Amazon. It's also important to invest into yourself to really understand how can you be a better you? How can you create different streams of income? Because life is not always easy. Right now, a lot of you are winning in the stock market, yes, because you listen, also because of the fact the market is down. Because again, if this market goes even lower, a lot of you that already sold or that's in certain positions, you got to realize this. You got to ask yourself a question. Do you invest more money to bring down your average cost, your average price, which is your cost average? Or do you just stay patient? Or a lot of you are going to panic and lose self-discipline and just sell. A lot of you need to realize that for a lot of you that's also not working, you have 401k plans. So if you have a 401k plan and you're not working, this actually would be a great time to invest into a 401k plan a little bit, because why? If the price of the stock that you bought years ago with your 401k plan, which you had no control over, was at a certain price, and now you're able to work and let them take out more dollars to invest, you're bringing your average cost of each stock that you're investing into down, because a lot of stocks are down. So having a 401k plan and having it still be self-invested is actually a good thing right now, because stocks are down. But here's the problem. A lot of you are not working. And a lot of you are already complaining because you only have one stream of income. So some of you are already struggling, and we're not even 30 days in. It's important to have emergency funds. It's important to understand you don't invest emergency funds into a stock market, which is a risky portfolio, risky asset that is very volatile, especially at this moment. It's important you invest it. If you're going to invest, you invest dollars that you don't need. It's also important that you create different streams of income so when times get rough, you don't struggle. So for a lot of you right now, I love you all. I love all the DMs. I'm getting a lot of them. But it's important that you take time to invest into you and learn how to create different streams of income. If you haven't been on any of my webinars, if you haven't invested into yourself, if you haven't booked a one-on-one webinar with me, it's time you start moving forward with your life. Because a lot of you are already panicking after 15, 20 days. That's a little bit embarrassing. But what I can say is, shout out to the individual that I'm about to go be a co-host on their show. They're going to be interviewing me because of the amount of money I just made in the last 18 days in the stock market. I just made pretty much somebody's salary. But again, my goal is to give you guys advice, educate you guys, and just really give you guys great guidance financially in this world. Shouts out to everybody that's supporting the movement. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Appreciate all the calls, all the DMs, everybody that's giving me paragraphs and paragraphs showing me all the pictures, showing me that they're up in the stock market. It's not just me that made you that money, people. It's also yourself. You listen. Mentourme.com, #1God.